Hi, I'm Nikki Coffin from Centred Excellence, where we help recruitment business owners, managers and independent recruiters increase their results by 50 to 250% really quickly. Now this week's question comes from Ali, who writes, I've got a team of 2 brand new recruits. How do I motivate trainees who aren't yet billing? Well, Ali, this is a really good question and one that many managers and recruitment business owners ask us about. Because if you hire trainees, there's always going to be a lag time from when they start to when they actually start making money. And also, not every successful recruiter is motivated by money. So I'd like to share with you 5 quick ways that you can use to help motivate your team even if they're not billing yet. So the first way is to find out what they really want, if you like, their compelling goal. Now with trainees and also experienced recruiters that are not currently billing, firstly find out what they really want to achieve or desire, for example a holiday, a new flat, a car, whatever it is, and then why they want to have it. What will they get? What will that give them? And this is really the crux behind it, because these questions uncover their deepest level values. Those things that are really important to them. So when you ask them, why is having a new flat important to you? What are you going to get or what will it give you? They may say something like, well, success, recognition and security. And when they really understand why they want this, why it's so important for them, this adds to their motivation. Now, when you know what their goal is, it's really useful to break that goal into bite-sized chunks. So you start with their yearly activity and start at the end and then break that into monthly, weekly and daily activities. I normally take their end goal and work backwards. So if they want to earn 40,000 in their first year, how many placements do they need to make? How many jobs do they need to be working? How many number of candidates do they need to have marketed out? So get really specific activities and break it down monthly, weekly and daily, so that they can see it's the little things I do on a daily basis consistently that get me to my end result. Now it's important to remember with brand new consultants that they won't know what they should be doing because they've never done the job before. So it's up to you to tell them and show them exactly how it works. Be very directive about what the important activities are in order to achieve their goals. So for example, if they join as a resourcer, how many good candidates should they be resourcing each week to hit their target, and then link that back to their personal goals, which means that you will then get a new flat in this amount of time. Now the second way to motivate trainees who are not billing is to focus on their activity, not the financial end results, for at least the first 3 months. And remember, as a recruitment manager, the only thing that you can manage is activity. You can't manage the end results. You can influence your team to send out more CVs. You can influence to make more interviews, but you can't influence the end results. So focus your time on influencing the right activity and drive them to be doing the right activity consistently. And as long as the quality is there, then the results will eventually come. Now also with new trainees, help them to focus and master key activities. So for example, writing great adverts to get great candidates, doing really great Boolean searches, how to interview and get commitment from great candidates. Now the third way to motivate trainees that are not billing is to help them to really structure their time each day. Get them to do a day plan either the night before or the morning before they open their emails, and then get them to show it to you. What are their key priorities? What do they want to achieve today, and how specifically are they going to do that? Also consider having a slot each day which is core hours where everybody's on the phone together. And this can help you for several reasons. Firstly, outbound calling activity becomes a habit for everyone. Also, it means that you can get on with your own work and your billings will be uninterrupted. And also, you're not being asked questions every 2 seconds. With new trainees, you may want to touch base and review with them regularly until they are up and running and confident on what they're doing. Now, this is one of the most important skills as a manager, to make sure that you're reviewing consistently with your trainees. And most managers forget about this and they're really missing a trick. They become lazy. And the reason being that this is so important is, if there is a problem, you can nip it in the bud rather than waiting until the end of the week and then find out that they haven't achieved anything that you wanted them to do. Now with some people, and this could be experienced too, you may need to touch base with them between 3 to 6 times each day to set the day off, to review mid-morning, what's worked well, what's not worked well, and then what's their focus for the next 90 minutes. Then at lunchtime, also mid-afternoon at the end of the day. Patience is key here, and there's the old saying, give a man a fish and he can eat for a day, teach a man to fish and he'll eat for life. You won't have to do this level of review forever, just until they are confident. Now, the fourth way to motivate trainees is to celebrate the small wins and also the big wins. Recruiters are generally pretty competitive and enjoy recognition. So by celebrating the small wins, finding a good lead, sending out a CV, bringing on a job, or finding a great candidate, it will really help to improve the confidence and motivation of your trainees. You know that these small wins will add up to the bigger placements, so celebrate them. Also consider running short incentives that are no longer than a week. It's a smart thing to do, and build these competitions around the most important performance activities that you want your team to achieve. So if you want more CVs to go out, then build a competition around this. Make it visible too. So for example, high-fiving each time you hit a small goal, or writing the results up on the board so everyone can see them. Also, some of the best incentives last only a couple of hours. So for example, a scratch card or a bottle of wine for the person who speaks to the most decision makers in an afternoon. It can really create a buzz, and also that instant gratification gets good results. So my final tip is on how to motivate recruiters that haven't started billing yet, is have very specific weekly and monthly activity targets that you expect them to achieve for the first 3 months. Write these targets down, even perhaps laminate them and get the trainee to stick them on their desk. Also put these targets into the induction folders and also their job specs, and review these activities daily. Sit down with them also weekly to review their activity versus their target. How have they done? And what are the plans for the coming week? So there you have it, 5 ways that you can use to motivate your trainees that aren't quite billing yet, and how that can help really to increase your results quickly. Now, if you'd like to know more, I'd love to invite you to our free training webinar, How to Convert Your Underperformers into Consistent High Billers in 14 days or less. And here's our link to sign up for that. I'll be showing you some really great tips and also quick techniques to get big performance fast. And I look forward to seeing you again next time.